ASMR video. Now this was requested by my boy Chris, whose name is up there. So cheers for this, Chris. Chris wanted a McDonald's eating video, so I've got some fries, large fries as well, and I've got a big tasty and to drink with it some nice cold, ice cold Coca-Cola. Some bottle tapping for David. Hope you're alright, David. I ain't seen you in a while. And as always, Skeletor, the glass of doom. Yeah, nice. Right, let's get this right. Cheers, guys. Oh, it really is. Really nice. Okay, I'm gonna get stuck in. Why I addressed a nation. Because with the lockdown here, we've got I don't know if you guys have it in America, but we have a tier system where you can have tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, and the higher it goes, the more restricted you are. Which is all very confusing and stupid. But what's happening now is, with everyone in lockdown, is you've got like here we're meant to be on lockdown tier 4, I think, but all the shops, you know, there's still loads of stores open that don't need to be open, and there's still people wandering around with no masks, you know. Even inside, we go into like the shopping mall. You go into the shopping mall and people are like walking in there. You have like security guards there, and the minute you walk in, they go, "You need a mask," you know. But I was in there the other day, and everyone's walking around in there with no masks on. And then as they're coming out after they've been in there, there's this woman handing out masks to them, and I thought, why don't you give them the masks when they're coming in instead of when they're leaving, you know? So we've got that for one, and like we're supposed to be full lockdown now. I go out just to get shopping house, you know. We're in this little place and we need to get out, you know. We do need to get out and have a coffee. It sort of gives us sort of brings our sanity back a bit, you know. But you can't because coffee shops are shut, are closed. But what I say is, you know, the more people take no notice and ignore what they're supposed to be doing, we're never going to get out of it. I'm never going to get to have a coffee. You know, and I look at it a bit like this. Whether it's doing any good wearing a mask, whether, you know, if you don't want to wear one and go, I'm not wearing one, then okay, fine, but at least stay in. Like you're supposed to, you know. Because we've got this nation now of disobedient people that it doesn't matter what it is. I remember, like, you know, if a police officer was to, you know, come up to me, and I remember one day I'd been recording an album in my friend's flat, and I was walking home. I had a leather jacket on and jeans, and this you know, cop come up to me and he said, oh, excuse me, he said, do you mind if I asked him if I can ask you where you've been? And I said, yeah, sure, I've just been at my friend's flat. I said, I'm just walking home. He said, oh, okay. He said, can I have your name? And I said, yeah, sure, and I gave him my name. He said, I'm only asking, he said, because we've had someone report a guy in a leather jacket and jeans in her front garden, you know. And I said, oh, okay. I said, what, me? I said, I'm just walking back from, like, I was in Silvertown. He said, oh, well, thank you. Cheers, mate. I said, that's all right, mate. No worries. You know, that was the end, but... Now it's... Do I have to give you my name? Am I obligated to give you my name? And they just... Oh, they drive me insane. There was this guy... didn't have a mask on, so this cop said to him, he tapped him on the shoulder and goes, oh, you know, can you put a mask on, please? You know, he's gone, why do I have to put on a mask? Why are you touching me? That's assault, you know. And all this nonsense. And he's coming. I have asthma, so I don't have to wear one. You know, he said, well, have you got like a medical certificate saying that you don't need to wear one? He said, no. Do I have to tell you anyway? Am I obligated to tell you? And all this stuff. Totally not cooperating. And I thought, if I have only 60% of my lung capacity, right? I could go to my doctor and say, look, I can't wear a mask because, you know, because I've only got 60% of my lungs, and get a certificate, you know. And then if a cop was to pull me over and go, excuse me, sir, you ain't got a mask on, I'd just say, well, sorry, I've got a certificate, officer, there you go, because I don't need to wear one. You know, fair enough, that'd be it. He had nothing, and he's shouting and hollering at this cop. I thought, you've got asthma, you know, You seem to have plenty of air in your lungs to me. So, sorry about the background music, guys. It's actually alright. Just pretend we're sitting in McDonald's with it on the radio. I'll put some sounds on. This is a bacon one, by the way, guys. Look at this. Oh, Quentin Tarantino close up. Yeah, so I thought, 1, get a certificate. 2, cooperate, you know. Assault. That's assault. He tapped him on the shoulder. Really? I thought, if someone come up to this geezer now and clocked him one, knocked him on the ground, and then started kicking 7 shades of, blue out of him, that cop would help him, They're not all there to be horrible. I talk to them all the time here, and they're all really nice and polite. Always say hello, They're not all like it. You just got it all drummed into you now that all police are evil and horrible, and it's not true. So there's that. The other thing is this. While people aren't wearing a mask and aren't obeying lockdown rules and going out, I'm never going to get my coffee shop opened. And this is what I want to sort of, I can't think of the word now, but what it's like is, do you remember when you used to be in school on a Friday? Friday. And your last lesson, mine was English, right? And you had one of those days where everyone, not me though, but most people, you had the sort of little gangs of kids that would disrupt all the way through the lesson. So when the bell rang, my teacher wouldn't let us go. She said, you all stay in there until you're quiet. Folded arms. You go when I say your name. Yeah. I'm sure you've all been through that. So, when I was at school, it was that time. Now on a Friday, I used to like to get home because I had to get 2 buses. I used to get the 15 down to Canning Town, then the 69 to home, North Woolwich. But if I ran from my school up this big hill, downhill, and then sprinted the last 100 yards, which it took me several weeks to be able to do, because I slowly trained my body and could do it. Then I could get a 58 bus to North Woolwich. It took me all the way home, and it was empty as well. There was no school kids on it because no one could run, they all walked. So, in order to be let out, I folded my arms and sat up at my desk, quiet. And then my teacher would go, right, Mark, you can go. John, you can go. Kate, you can go. And I'd sit there, you didn't want to do it. knew if you did, she would eventually call your name and you could get the hell out of Dodge, right? So I'd sit there, arms folded, and then she'd go, Jeff, you can go, and I'd be boom like a shot. Run up the hill, run down the hill, left into this street, I can't remember the name of it, and then sprint the last 100 metres and get the 58. There's the 58, run to it, get on, go upstairs, sit back, I'm sorted. But if everybody carried on being disruptive and making noise and talking and not caring, I'd have missed that bus because I'd have had to have stayed there. You get where I'm going with this? Yeah. I'm not saying masks work. I'm saying you're supposed to wear one. So I wear one. Lockdown means you've got to stay indoors. Only go out for things you need. There's still people walking around and hanging around on the corners with no masks. And all coughing as well, which really puts the nail in the coffin. There's a guy, I come home yesterday and I have to walk down these steps like the Joker. You know, the movie Joker. We've got these steps, not as high, but it's very similar. And he's sitting on the steps, coughing his lungs up. And I thought, why don't you go home? Why are you sitting on the steps? Maybe if everyone did stay at home, we can get out of this quicker, you know. And there's another thing, we've got a vaccine now. Got a vaccine, right? I'll tell you a little story. Because you got people going, I ain't taking this vaccine, I'm not taking it. Which is the general sort of attitude of most people now. I ain't taking it. It plants a chip inside your body so they know where you're going. The fact that your mobile phone does that doesn't make no difference. I don't know what affects. There was this stupid woman who says she's had breast implants, right? She's going, and all her lips are out here. I can't remember her name now. You probably know who she is, guys. And she's going, I ain't taking this vaccine because I don't know the effects it might have on me. She's got breast implants. You know, don't you know what happens with them or what can happen? You don't care about that, do you? You're covered in tattoos. You don't care that there's a needle sticking under your skin. They could be planting chips under your skin through the needles of the things, couldn't they? But no, that's all fine. Yeah, she's going, no, I ain't doing it. And so no one's having it. Right, well, when I was a baby, I caught measles and nearly died from it, right? Measles, horrible thing. Nearly died. When I was 18, I got mumps. M-U-M-P-S. Mumps. These are like tomato-sized lumps that come up behind your ears, and they are the most painful thing, guys. Really painful. And when you eat, you can't eat because they're in it. You chew. These lumps fire like this. Pain in your mouth. stuff, and it's really horrid. Yeah. So I got it when I was 18. Got over them. And then I got it again. I got them a second time, right? Went back to the doctor. I don't know what it was, but just to make sure, you know. He said, yeah, it's mumps again. He said, you've got to be careful. He said, because you've had it twice now. He said, they can make you infertile. You know? Make you infertile. Big, massive lumps behind your ears you get. And it's really horrible. It's one of the worst things I've had. And it can make you infertile if you're a bloke, right? You then have German measles or rubella. Another thing that can kill you dead. You know, really awful disease. But then they brought out a vaccine called the MMR. Measles, mumps, rubella. And all my kids had it, and all the kids had it. And do you know what? Nobody gets measles or mumps or rubella anymore because they had a vaccine. You know, polio, which is another awful thing. You had a little bit of sugar with this like vaccine on it. You took it, there you go, no one gets it now. Flu jab, you know, people have the flu jab every year. Flu's horrible. Flu can kill you. But you have a flu jab and everyone's fine. But now, no, this is a conspiracy. This is to make money. This is so they can plant a chip inside your body and know where you are. Just don't want to hear it anymore. You know. So you've got all this going on. Yeah. I just want me and fiancé Travers Lassons to be able to go out and have a coffee. We're in lockdown apparently now until March. That's 3 months. What's all that's going to happen? Because it's mutated now as well. It will mutate like the flu does as well. It's mutating, so, you know, it's just going to be another 2020 this year instead of a new year we could look forward to having fun in. Because you're just going through the same thing because no one's taking any notice. I mean, it is the government's fault as well. Our government is useless. But if we just did as we would do it for me, guys. You know, do it for me, if not for no one else. You know, stay indoors. Only go to the shop for your shopping and come back. Get it delivered if you can. You know, because that way we can get out of this mess quicker. You know what I mean? Get out of it quicker. That's all I want. I don't ask for much. You know, and the thing is, I suffered with agoraphobia for like years and years, from I was 15 till I was 45. All those years not being able to go out, trapped in my house. I finally get over it. And we then go into lockdown and we're not allowed to go out anymore. You know, it's just not fair. When people could just stay in. Wear a mask when you go out. Fine if you can't wear one because of medical reasons. Get a certificate. Don't sit there arguing with the police over it, you know. Makes things so much easier. It's just to cooperate. But that's the problem. There's countries, right, guys, that are in lockdown, and when they find people that are not in lockdown, they beat them with sticks and stuff. You know, I don't mess about in some places. Anyway, that was my message to the nation, guys. Please stay in, okay? Don't go out unless you have to. And if you do, put a mask on if you can wear one. And don't hang around on the streets. And don't just stay in, please, because I want to go out. We all want to go out. I want my coffee shop open. That's all I'm asking for. Go and see. I can't remember her name now. She looks just like the woman in this coffee shop I go to. I can't remember her name. Why? See, my brain's going and all, guys. I'm going stir crazy, stuck in here all day, every day. It's horrible. Do you want to be sitting in here all day, every day? You know? No. You want to go out, get some air, have a coffee, you know? And I can't do it. I just can't do it, guys. You know? Please, help me. Do it for me, if for no one else. But anyway. Megan Fox. That's what she looks like. She looks like, actually, she's better looking than Megan Fox. And she's really lovely. And the coffee in there is beautiful. And I really like to just sit there, me and Lassance. And we can't even have a coffee because that's closed. But anyway. Right, I'm gonna go. I've said me piece, that's it. Said me piece. Bloody hell, Jeff, we only come on for a bit of ASMR and you're going on and on and on like the Queen on Christmas Day. I'm sorry, guys. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Say, shut up, Jeff. They are injecting us with stuff, you fool, you know. It's all a conspiracy, you know. Okay, I'm going to have a code word today. Code word. What can my code word be? Potato. There you go. Code word is potato. Potato. For my SAS soldiers. It could be a bit louder, dear. I'm going to go, guys. And in the meantime, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful, peaceful day. I want to go and have a coffee. Boris, please, just either go full lockdown or don't do it at all and open everything and let's just let everybody get it, you know. Not really. Cut that bit out. Have some rain. Yeah, rain. To relax.